The Sound Solutions range of systems are designed to enhance the acoustic environment within the home, both reducing the intrusion of unwanted noise and also allowing people to enjoy sound without the concern of disturbing others around them. GypLyner Universal Ceiling Lining System is for upgrading the acoustic performance of floors when access is only available from below. The system will reduce the floor-to-ceiling height in the room by a minimum of 55 mm. Before we get started, let's take a look at the components and accessories used in the range. GypFrame GL1 is the main lining channel. GL2 are the supporting brackets for the GL1 lining channels. The GL2 brackets are fixed in place with a suitable length number 10 wood screw into the timber joists. GypFrame GL3 channel connectors are used to extend the length of the GL1 section as required. GypFrame GL8 track is used at the perimeters and to form any openings in the ceiling. It is also used to form pattressing details in the ceiling. Gyprock waferhead screws are used for metal-to-metal fixings, and Gyprock drywall screws are used to fix 15 mm Gyprock sound block onto the GypLyner Universal Ceiling System. 15 mm Gyprock sound block specialist acoustic plasterboard. 25 mm ice-over acoustic partition roll insulation is positioned in the ceiling void. Now we will start to build the system. First, we need to disconnect and isolate the light fitting on the ceiling. Ensure this is carried out by a suitably qualified tradesperson. Determine the required ceiling level and mark the position of the GypFrame GL8 track around the perimeter with a spirit level or laser level. The deeper the lining, then the greater the acoustic performance will be achieved. But remember, you will lose additional floor-to-ceiling height within the room. Fix the GypFrame GL8 track around the ceiling perimeter at 600 mm centers using a suitable fixing into masonry backgrounds. Where the partition is an internal timber or metal stud wall, use a detector to determine the position of the studwork to gain a suitable fixing into the background. To mark the position of the GL1 channels on the ceiling, determine which direction the floor joists are running with a timber detector. The GL1 channels need to run at right angles to the floor joists at 600 mm centers. For each GL1 section, mark the position of the GL2 brackets on the ceiling at 1200 mm centers. Position each bracket, fold down one leg and fix through the bracket slot to the soffit using a suitable length number 10 timber wood screw. Using a laser level, mark the protruding leg of each bracket to indicate the fixing level of the GypFrame GL1 ceiling channel. Extend the GL1 channel sections where necessary by engaging channel ends over a GypFrame GL3 channel connector to obtain the length of section required. Locate the GypFrame GL1 lining channel into the perimeter track. Position the channel into position and fix into the leg, which has already been bent down, using a Gyprock waferhead screw. Bend down the leg on the opposite side and fix into position. Bend back the protruding leg of each bracket to sit back from the channel face. Use offcut sections of GL8 track and cut to the required length to form a fixing support for an 18 mm plywood pattress to create a fixing base for a light fitting. Fix the short lengths of GL8 section into position with Gyprock waferhead screws. Prior to board fixing, install the 25 mm ice-over acoustic partition roll above the GL1 ceiling channels. Use a board jack or board lifter, as demonstrated, to hold the 15 mm Gyprock sound block plasterboards into position. Fix the base layer of 15 mm Gyprock sound block plasterboard at 225 mm centers within the field of the board, and 150 mm at board ends with 25 mm drywall screws. Stagger the joints between the base layer from the face layer by 600 mm. and continue to fix the board into position using 42mm Gyprock drywall screws. Job done! Your ceiling system is complete. You can now plaster or joint your ceiling prior to decorating and installing the lighting pendant.